no failure, no failure of control system, no failure of navigation equipment. Battery fully charged with the LED on and permanent on. Enough energy.
We have enough energy.
Okay, so this exactly.
Welcome back to Solar Impulse TV, live from the Mission Control Center in Monaco. My name is Kari Lundgren, and it is a pleasure to welcome you back. Well, Solar Impulse 2 and Bertrand Piccard are about an hour away from landing at Moffett Airfield in the heart of Silicon Valley, southeast of San Francisco. We are going to be showing you live images of that, but first we want to remind you of what they were doing a couple of hours ago, which was flying over the Golden Gate Bridge in Alcatraz. We've got some great images taken by, from the helicopter of Andre Borschberg, who was flying, and here they are. Well, I think you will agree that those are some fantastic images from Solar Impulse 2 flying over the Golden Gate Bridge in Alcatraz. I think I can officially change my Pacific tag to the America tag. We've got different tags here at Solar Impulse to celebrate the different legs of the journey. The next one will be our 10th leg, but I will leave you now with the live streaming images. We will be back with the takeoff show in about a half an hour. So in the meantime, enjoy the live images from Moffett Airfield in Mountain View, California.
Okay, gear down. And one more rotation of the crank. Okay, gear down, 3 green.
Thank you, copy it.
Outriggers, no outriggers. Okay, so now I'm standby for the landing light and for the air brakes.
Okay, we don't use air brakes now, we use them later. Power is
I know,
required.
I know, that's why I say standby. That's why I say standby for air brake.
Okay, very good.
The question is, maybe I do it directly. It's easier.
Okay, and stand by. Raymond has to talk to you.
Yes?
Okay, Bertrand, the question is regarding the intensity of the landing lights, of the runway lights, sorry. We have 5 different steps, and what do you prefer, medium or high? What is your preference? Because we will not be able to change it after 23 local.
Okay,
Because
what did we have? What did we have in Kelelora? Because it was perfect.
Ok, stand by, Tan. Qu'est-ce qu'on avait à Kalaloa? Ouais. Yeah. Ok. Les taxis, ouais. 3. Yeah. Okay, so Dan recommends, thinks that 3 is good because it's stronger than the taxi, because lower the taxi lights are high, more intense than the runway. So we go for medium, Bertrand, if you agree.
Yes, I agree, it's perfect.
Okay, merci. I hand over to Andreas.
Okay, Andreas. So basically, I'm ready to ask the clearance to proceed to Sierra Charlie Alpha 20.
Yes, agree. Just to finish the approach checklist, if you want, you can also switch on landing and promotion lights as required.
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah. We will do that later on.
Okay, very good. So please go ahead.
Ah non, ouais, high Cirrus,
It's the security camera. I have to move in a different position if you want a better shot.
Okay, I was not expecting that she would say
Do
Roger.
you want that I move?
Normally she should give me the clearance, but different places, different terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get feedback of the ATC?
I told her I'm ready to go there. She told me Roger, so I'm going.
Okay.
But this is why I said I was not expecting that she would say Roger. I was expecting she would say proceed as
It's
requested.
not good because there is the security camera in front.
Okay, I understand.
But I'm outside the control airspace.
It has been coordinated by Nick anyway, so, but it's good and important that you ask via VHF as well.
Bon, on est à 30 nautiques de l'aéroport. Ok, merci. Bah, il est en train de faire un demi-tour, donc du moment il va contre Hawaï, donc je peux pas vraiment dire. À 40 contre Hawaï, il a oublié ses clés à l'hôtel. C'est en direct, c'est pas moi qui fais le direct, c'est Jean-Jacques.
Status 1748, ready to speed 230 or less.
1830 or less. I take the traditional downdraft of tail.
Copy it.
I can say goodbye to the full moon. Who came with me?
Alpha Bravo Sierra, India Bravo, 8 Charlie Credit Moffett, and runway 32 is next. Just advising you, 8 Charlie is Credit Moffett. Roger, the 8 runway information, Charlie is Credit.
You have a local QNH for Moffett.
Stand by. We copied 80s Charlie.
You copied what?
We copied that they told you to check 80s Charlie. We will let you know the QNH.
Yes, yeah, no, she told me that it's information Charlie, but I don't have the frequency of the assist. It's in the folder. It's folded in the folder.
Stand by. We look it up for you.
Outside the Cemetery Bridge, or at least the 5 mile final on your physical bridge summary straight line.
Okay, altimeter 30.17.
American 1622, buzzing, get a bridge to the airport.
Thank you.
And 80s frequency 124.170.
For the assist?
80s, affirm.
Yeah, but I don't need it anymore. Thank you very much.
Copy. Okay, so before you proceed, increase your speed to 30 knots and yeah, make sure you have 5,000 feet.
Can you confirm the frequency of the ground team? It's 134.4.
Stand by.
I think it's the same as a helicopter.
So 44.10, the tower 130.5, that's the nice.
Tad? Stefan?
We work on the frequency, and in the meantime, please increase to 30 knots and keep 5,000 feet.
I go back to 5,000. But I need a lot of power. You know, I think I should have extended the landing gear in the rock. But the plane is really putting its landing gear here.
From a former P3 base at Farmers Point.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
As a P3 pilot,
I mean, yeah, but because you guys, you are so hospitable. I mean, no, but you don't try, you succeed. But that's true, huh? That's true. They were. I mean, I know that you are great here because you know we were here 2 months, 3 years ago. But the guys also on the other side. That's right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but the people are still the same.
some of them are,
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's nice because it's so great to be back. This side. So, yeah, this. Yeah. So we'll see how long we stay. A couple of days, maybe more. It depends. The longer, the nicer. But we still, the pressure to
Don't get too comfortable. Good time of the year to be in the Bay Area.
It's great. It was gorgeous on the bridge also. When you get to sunsets and the lights of the city coming up, coming out.
It's too bad that we're trying can't see the coast of it's flagged out on the waves. Not at night.
No, but he was there since close to the coast since 3 p.m. Huh?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So it's so in order. Yeah, exactly. And that's funny because you cross over Woodside and you have the impression there is nobody, there are no lights, but there are a lot of people down there. But it's the only village which does not have lights on the sea.
Okay, looks good. And for your information, frequency for ground is the same as for the CETA frequency. You can use 119.55.
Also with the team.
Yes, affirm.
Okay, perfect. You will record at the end for the landing with all 5 cameras?
Yes, we will do.
Okay, so I don't take care of it, huh? You do it alone.
We will
On
take
your
care
own.
of it, yes.
Okay.
Bon, mais quand on l'a dit, maintenant il a quitté Taze.
Tu veux dire qu'il n'est pas très discipliné, mais... Ah, d'accord.
That's so exciting.
What a fantastic how are you doing?
Okay. Can we go over there to the other side? Maybe he will come also.
Well,
Just media over with me.
so happy. Give me 1 minute, I'm with the mission director. I'll be with you, coordinating the arrival. Ouais, je suis doux avec toi, Raymond. Ouais. D'accord. Bon, ben tu veux. Ok. Super. Pas de problème. Tu me tiens au courant dès que tu as un changement, dès que tu as quelque chose. Hein? Ok? Super. Merci. Ciao, ciao. Happy to be there.
Focus on the safety of landing. So this is so exciting, and this is Alan. Alan works with the whole airship project. I might pick your brain at some point about ideas.
Sure.
We need solar cells that are very light and good batteries.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of stuff, good stuff in this part of the world as well, no?
Yeah. Well, you just you have a lot of experience. So chatting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. No, that's good. And you are on prototyping, or you are?
What's over there?
Off camera, but if you see your guys.
Et puis on a juste, on arrive.
Mais il va pas regarder ça, hein? Bertrand, I'm sure he would.
And what happened, he was sharing that with the mission conference center. And so we should be very proud.
Yes.
You are? Yes. very
the last minute gas on the wing on tarmac, and said, okay, we'll take the plane back in the hangar, and she was incredible.
And you know, because we were very excited because it was the Earth Day, the day after.
The day after?
And so we knew that we would have this opportunity to speak in front of all these ministers and
delegation.
yes, very important. Yes. And chief of state.
Right.
He did it really well.
Very well,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Very nice. So we had also the interview with Pascal Charly.
Yes, I heard it also.
Oh, yes.
You know, I spent time. So in the morning I could because I was awake quite early and I was just looking at if everything was okay. And then it was time for interview in the morning. And then I could listen like this one. And also this morning there was one with the director of Croix Rouge, Comité International de Croix Rouge, so Red Cross, and it was a great conversation. You should go back on it and listen.
Okay, cool.
Ja, ik had lang niet. Efter kold. Geht du nur zu? Ja, efter kold. Efter kold. Ja, genau. Was das echt? Ja, genau. Vettur var eldsnöggur og komdu samt til tíma. Gleymdu þessu með hérna. Gleymdu þessu með uploadið.
approach, good evening, Hotel Bravo, Sierra India, Bravo, Solar Impulse, 5,300 feet, down to Buffett.
Hotel Bravo, Sierra India, Bravo, Solar Impulse, Buffett approach to San Jose, number 3017, and it's also the map of weather. They have a hit it right now, but they'll be closing here in about 12 minutes.
3017, Hotel Bravo, Sierra India, Bravo.
We copy it.
Okay.
120.
I was saying I don't know why people pay a fortune to be to have their house on the coast. It's always foggy here on that side of the hill.
They're hoping for a good view.
So they're going to have to maneuver it back here and then walk.
Oh, you're doing a photo, sorry.
No, I just did it. Oh, yeah.
Alla hangen, besättning av hangen. Var det kommer.
That's right. Yeah.
That's good. We are one of and here in the U.S., we're in Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania. It's British and Scottish. I'm the chief sustainability.
Yeah, that looks
This is mine. How old am I? 56.
Chief Sustainability Officer Richard Northcote, with World Best Stroke, technical
bumper stickers, I use very much.
Microphone check, microphone check.
it was like kind of
Okay, okay, well,
Everyone is there, and our shows is there, and like
bonsoir les gars.
I know, actually the way I read it, it sounded like that was his plan. He probably only get I thought he went wrong in a second.
Est-ce que tu peux venir parce que j'ai des
Pretty bright light.
Alors attends, là j'aimerais bien faire... Alors venez, je passe avec... Alors tu nous filmes tous ensemble parce que mes filles elles les connaissent bien aussi.
Michel, juste vers 11.
You know, with HBSIA, when I flew to the Golden Gate 3 years ago, I was over these mountains and I just couldn't stop going up. I had zero power, engine stopped. I was going up and I was calling San Francisco Airport to say, can I have a higher clearance? The guy said yes, okay. And I had to call 3 times to have a higher clearance because I just couldn't go down.
That's great.
Je vais juste présenter le petit fan de Bertrand. C'est Mia.
Yeah, looking at this.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
So, exactly in front of me,
Ok, ça c'est le
Silicon Valley.
fan de Bertrand. C'est Mia, elle a quel âge
2 mois.
2 mois. Et puis on va faire un petit coucou à sa maman qui nous regarde en ce moment.
Preparation.
Welcome back to Solar Impulse TV. We are just a half an hour away from Solar Impulse 2 and Bertrand Piccard landing at Moffett Airfield in Mountain View, California. I've got Raymond Claire here
Hi.
again, our mission director, to talk me through a little bit what's going on the ground. You might have also noticed we had some VIPs. Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, I've seen him, and I'm sure there are other people on site. But Raymond, perhaps you can tell us what's going on here. We've got lots of people in yellow jackets. We've got some fellows in cycling helmets.
Yeah,
You know,
here we have Greg and Madame Michelle Picard.
Yes, this is very Bertrand's wife.
I'm wrong. It's Greg's
Oh, never
wife.
mind, Greg's wife. Well, we'll show
Okay.
you Michelle at some point.
Yeah. So here is Niels, and he's doing the ground crew briefing. Now we see all the guys. Those guys, they mounted the mobile hangar up to now. Now they are ready to go on the runway. Here we have Daniel Ramseyer. He's the cockpit specialist. And here we have Laurent Wulzer, which is also deputy flight director. We have 3 of them. Okay, so today Stefan Wieland will be the deputy flight director
And so
in charge with Tahan.
The deputy flight directors, are they on the phone with you? Are they actually out on the runway?
Well, they are on
looking?
the runway,
Yeah.
but they are my eyes and my ears on site. Yeah.
So they will do the final.
We make the coordination together. Yeah. Okay.
And maybe tell me, where is Solar? Is it still over the ocean? Is it
No,
coming
no,
over the
he
hills?
left. He was holding south of Half Moon Bay over
Mm-hmm.
the ocean. Now he left this region. He is going to cross Here,
hills?
he is exactly here. You see,
Yeah.
he will pass the hills. The hills here is at 2,000 feet above sea level, and he's flying at 5,000 feet to avoid the turbulences and so. Below the approach area of San Francisco International. Then from here, he will descend here to the north of the airfield, and then make a right-hand downwind and approach, landing on 32 left.
Excellent. So it's, I mean, is it going to be about a half an hour, or is it
No,
actually going to be sooner?
well, he's doing about 25 knots, I think. So I guess he needs about 40 minutes to come here. I expect the landing, I would say, in 50 minutes from now.
Excellent. Well, we're definitely looking forward to that. Maybe we can go back to, do we have some images of the mobile hangar? And the ground crew. Oh, that's Bruno, one of the members of our digital team.
Yeah.
So if you've been seeing pictures on Twitter and everything from Hawaii, he's been helping with that. I don't know. Can we maybe zoom out a little bit and see some of the runway and some of the other images? Oh, one thing maybe I can ask you. We've got cyclists. What are the cyclists doing? And they're Stromer bicycles, right? They're
electrical bicycles. Yes, we have. On the runway, we have a catching crew. They are waiting here in Moffett about at the mid-runway.
Okay.
At the beginning of the runway, when the aircraft flies over the threshold,
it's been a long night here.
We'll have a car. In the car, we have Niels. And Niels is giving the radio altitude height. We don't have a radio altimeter on board, so he's giving 8 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters, 2 meters. So it's giving the height of the main wheel landing gear to the pilot.
That's funny. You learn something new every day here at Solar Impulse. I've seen several landings, and I've heard that countdown numerous times, but I never actually realized that it was we had to do it.
Niels following behind the aircraft with the car. Huh?
Yep.
He's also reporting main wheel touchdown, tail wheel touchdown. Then afterwards, he's reporting you can brake now. The pilot would be also able to see because we have red lights where the catching crew is.
So he's got green lights where he touches down,
Yes.
and then red lights, they're about, I think it's
500 meters afterwards about. So you can brake now, and then he announced aircraft secured. And for us in the MCC, it's the moment where we're
Everyone
happy the
starts
landing is
clapping.
completed. You know, it's not a touchdown that you have the landing completed, but at full stop, okay?
And hold on 1 second. With aircraft secure, that means that it's just stopped, or does it mean that, no, that means that the ground crew are holding on to the handling masts?
They are holding. Aircraft secured is full stop, and the guys hold the, I don't know how they call it. I don't remember.
Handling mast.
Handling mast, yes.
On either side, and that's, again, because the wingspan of Solar Impulse 2 is bigger than a 747, so you
72
need a couple
meters,
guys on both sides.
So what about the bikes? Okay, we have the catching crew, which are on the left of the runway. They will run to take the aircraft. But if they would miss it, what are we doing? So as we don't have out triggers, the wing would touch the ground. So we have the bikes. They will go on the right and on the left behind the aircraft. They will follow the aircraft. And sometimes they catch the handling mast at first. But at least it's a security for the landing. And in takeoff, we have also the same procedure if we abort the takeoff, so that we can grab the aircraft before the end of the runway and secure it.
So they'll be chasing after it, I guess, on takeoff, or and they're chasing after it on landing as well.
Exactly.
What about the pilot? I mean, is the pilot, he has to dock the outer engines, doesn't he?
Yeah. Okay, because the engines, they are quite wide on the right and the left. So
here we go. He's in the, it looks quite dark in the cockpit there.
So this aircraft has 4 engines, four propellers. So he will begin the approach with the 4 propellers running, but on short final, or depending, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, they will dock the outside engines. So the outside propellers will be positioned in an horizontal situation. Yeah. So otherwise, it could be dangerous for the guys who catch the aircraft.
Catching the mast.
And he will touch down and keep speed to keep control of the bank up to the order you can brake now. So he will touch down at 30 knots, and then he will reduce to 20 knots and keep the engines running and keeping a speed about 20 knots to have the control, and then you can brake now. He will reduce the power and brake.
And actually, that's sort of probably an interesting fact for any pilots who are watching, which is Solar Impulse, it doesn't slow down to land, it actually speeds up, doesn't it?
That's the only aircraft where you hear you can now increase to approach speed. Normally they ask you to reduce to final approach speed.
It's an unusual aircraft in many ways. That's another little fact for those watching. So this is the view of Moffett Airfield. Once again, a very famous airfield. It's got these enormous hangars, which we can't see there because it's dark, but they are big and in the background. I think the largest one is the biggest standing structure in the world, if I'm not much mistaken. And we've had some very special guests, including Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, and if I spot any other ones, I will mention them.
I think this is a Tesla car.
And I think this is a Tesla, so we're gonna...
Pretty sure.
We like electric bicycles, electric cars.
Yeah. Of course, we need you need the authorization to go on the runway. We have always the airport authorities with us to make this.
That's right, because this is, I mean, in a commercial aircraft situation, you would never see this many people on the runway.
Here we have Andre.
Andre?
Yeah.
And what is Andre doing? I mean, he will probably, hopefully be on the show, assuming he's not too busy, but what is his role at this point?
Well, it's public relations with our guests, our VIPs, and of course also communication with us here I talk with him every 30 minutes about,
explain what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, Raymond, I think I should probably let you get back to
with
work.
Pleasure.
It's a very
Just to
exciting
mention,
point.
maybe we have special guests today in the MCC. We have a representative of the Federal Office of Aviation Civilian Aviation from Switzerland.
Very important people.
Very important. Those guys followed the building and our operations. So we are very happy to have them today in the MCC.
Oh, there they are. Real pleasure to have them.
Hamid and Lorenzo from Office Fédéral Aviation Civile in Bern. And they are here today as our VIP guests. We have also the daughters of Bertrand here, his sister, his brother. Yeah,
I'm sure they will be very pleased to see their father on the ground again.
Sure.
And
yeah.
I'm sure Michelle will be very pleased to see him on the ground again. It's an exciting day. Excellent.
Good.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to work. And
see you later.
We will leave you with a live stream.
Yeah.
Il sera vide et qui revient avec lui.
Et ensuite, on a assez de place pour tout le monde.
D'accord, ok, bon.
We can go.
Donc ils viennent vous prendre là.
Drop people off. Andre, we should go. Yeah.
Viens ici. Il y a des queue up.
Okay.
Should be able to see him here very soon.
Thank you, we copied.
Okay. And I guess that to descend lower, I can do it in auto information on the frequency of
On the right.
Say again that one, sorry.
When I want to
yes.
descend below 1,500 feet in the box to go to the downwind, I coordinate only on the auto information frequency 119.550 from Northwest.
Yes, and please announce all your actions.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, and yeah, we need to descend now so you can reduce power, and for the moment we don't need air brakes, so just descend with reduced power. And keep your speed. You check your heading a bit more to the east.
Now the heading is good. I'm just 300 meters off to the left of the coast, not parallel to the coast.
Copy it. Airspeed looks good, altitude looks good, and your descent rate is also fine.
Alors, il est où? Il est là. Voilà, ça je vais te le mettre là. Je fais juste comme ça. Ouais, c'est bon. Puis ouais, ça c'est bien. Tac, ouais. Tac. Qui c'est qu'elle a? Mariella, super. Magnifique. Voilà, 1, 2, 3, all good.
Okay, do you hear me?
I need to do a little interview, so I will do it right now.
Oh, so he can hear me? Okay.
Écoute, on va
So
se
do I
mettre,
do it-
ici. C'est parfait.
Oh, I'm in.
Parce qu'il va commencer à freiner
Welcome
là.
back to Solar Impulse
Alors, on va se
TV.
mettre un petit peu plus
I
loin.
apologize for that. That was me not reacting quickly enough. We're going to be speaking to Andre Borschberg, the co-founder of Solar Impulse and the pilot on the ground in this situation. Just a reminder that the pilot in the air is Bertrand Piccard. He is about a half an hour away from landing in Solar Impulse 2. It has been a long couple days for both Solar Impulse 2 and Bertrand, but they are doing very, very well. They've flown about 62 hours, if I'm not much mistaken. And now everyone is getting ready at Moffett Airfield. There is Andre Borschberg, again the co-founder of Solar Impulse and the man that holds the record for the longest ever solo flight in any type of aircraft. Hello, Andre, do
on
you
va
hear me?
catcher, les gars.
This is Andre's favorite. His phone, watch,
Oui,
phone.
Borschberg, Solar Impulse, good morning, good afternoon, bonjour.
Bonjour, Andre. It's nice to hear from you.
Mais ça va bien, merci, vous avez plaisir de vous parler en français.
I think, yes, it's
Mais ça va bien, magnifique, merveilleux. Oui, c'est moi.
Let's see.
Mais le plaisir est pour moi. Tout va bien de mon côté. On est sur la côte ouest américaine. Il fait beau. L'avion est bientôt là. Donc on est tous très heureux. Oui, bien sûr.
So back at Moffett Airfield in Mountain View, California, we are waiting for the landing of Bertrand Piccard and Solar Impulse 2. We will bring you Andre Borschberg, but we're just getting him connected. It's the heart of Silicon Valley, but sometimes our communications still have moments when they don't cooperate, but we will get that to you in the not too distant future. If you were watching earlier, you may have seen some of our ground crew putting out some lights on the runway. They're putting out red lights and green lights. The green lights are actually to the point of the runway where Solar Impulse 2 will touch down, and then the red lights are for when he will hit the brakes. And when he hits the brakes, that's the point when the ground crew also run out to the airplane and grab the handling masts. And there are also Stromer bicycles which are following the airplane, but that is the moment when we consider the aircraft secure, and everybody here breathes a big sigh of relief and starts clapping.
Bravo 2. India Bravo, traffic no longer clear.
Roger. India level.
Bertrand, we recommend to use air brake 40%.
Will do.
Looks good, speed is good, and descent rate is fine.
As I told you, it's any problem, but not ready yet. No message at the other up to now.
For your information, the ground crew is getting ready and will be ready in time.
Okay, I see the plane
Perfect.
behind me, so maybe I can have a shot of it.
I have the airport inside.
But I have to move the camera.
The runway. On my right.
Copy.
Stéphane, vous en êtes à quoi là? Catching great position. Okay, good. I think you see the aircraft ahead. Exactly. Yeah, we see. Live television. It's west. Heading west.
Well, there we can see Solar Impulse 2 and Bertrand Piccard coming in with their beautiful LED lights on the wings. It's a beautiful sight and a big relief for the whole team here and in the Bay Area, I'm sure. The airplane is going to be, they're going to be, well, I'm not exactly sure how far away they are now, but they'll be coming around and landing at Moffett Airfield in probably about 20 minutes or a half an hour's time, maybe sooner. But beautiful, beautiful pictures there. And this is the first time we're seeing it after 3 days over the ocean, which is quite a nice sight. And this is the second longest flight in Solar Impulse history. Andre Borschberg is the holder of the record for the longest ever solo flight, and that is the longest ever solo flight in any type of aircraft, balloon or airplane. So that is quite an impressive goal or record that he holds, but it's very exciting that Bertrand also has completed the rest of the Pacific and is now right behind him in second place for that record. 62 hours, if I'm not much mistaken, maybe a little bit more. Long, long trip. He took off from Kalealoa Airport on the island of Oahu, Hawaii. Things have gone very well, and hopefully will continue to do so for the next half hour. Bertrand is in a very good mood. You've probably, hopefully, been tuning in for some of the interviews he's been doing. He spoke to Ban Ki-moon yesterday, which was a highlight. and actually address the entire UN, actually, who are in New York signing the Paris Agreement on climate change.
Sorry for the bad shot.
Now, as I was saying earlier, one interesting point about Solar Impulse 2 is it actually speeds up to land. And this is one of those moments where, after such a long flight, Picard is definitely going to be having to stay focused as he makes this landing. It's a big airplane, wingspan bigger than a 747, and tricky to land.
So,
I can't. It's hard because I'm full zoom.
Okay, speed looks good and descent rate looks very good. Keep going like that.
Yes? I think I will not even need to do anything else, huh?
Say again?
I probably don't even need to make 360 over inside the box to descend. That's probably
it looks good,
going
yes.
to be very smooth.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, I have to keep going. I would hate to go back to Honolulu.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we also have the landing checklist. So whenever you're ready, we can proceed with the landing checklist.
Okay, I'm ready. I have gear down. I have 42 degrees of snap of air brake. Sorry, I will go to 40. Yeah. Okay, now I have 39. I want 40. 40 of air brakes. Locked. I have landing gear down and locked 3 green. I have the landing lights, nav, beacon, and wing light. I will switch in the base. I will switch to the leading edge. Then the last thing will be docking the outboard engines, but this I will do at the last moment.
Yes, and I will remind you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The QNH is 3017 and the runway is 32 left.
Effort.
I will even need to put some motors. The sink rate is very high right there.
Yeah, feel free to
And the
apply
low-level
power.
jet was, yeah, the low-level jet was not disturbing at all at the end, huh?
No, it was very weak. So you can continue the turn to downwind.
Yeah, but I have to go first to the box, or I don't need it. I can go directly?
You can join the
Maybe
downwind.
I should move now.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Information traffic. Solar Impulse Total Bravo Sierra Bravo. Joining downwind runway 2 left. Okay, here it's turbulent.
Looks very good.
You know, I have the low-level jet right now.
Yeah, we can see it's a bit turbulent. So if you need more power, apply more
And I
power.
have one, and I have 1.5 knots in the tail.
Yes, affirm.
1-1, 1-2. Okay, I hope it's not turbulent like this. Down completely to the bottom.
A wind on ground is in runway axis with 1 to 2 knots.
Okay, perfect. I have reserved the landing, huh? Good.
Yeah.
Turbulent, yeah.
Keep descending in the downwind. At the end of the downwind, we shall have 900 feet above ground.
Just wait.
So at the moment it looks good, but keep descending.
I have to work a bit.
I can see.
Like
You
this?
have the front camera? Or the back camera?
No, but I see it on the data.
It's beating the approach of Chongqing in terms of turbulence, I think.
Yes, I thought the same.
But at least I'm going forward. Chongqing, I was backward. You remember?
Yeah. I would recommend to level off at 1000 feet.
Yes. But I just would like to be out of the turbulence to level off.
I agree. If you think it's more calm,
So I see the green light from the catching scope.
perfect.
Now it starts to be a little bit less turbulent. 5-6 knots of tailwind.
So then
Okay,
keep
now it starts to
descending
better.
to 900 feet.
Yes, I think it's better. I will level off at 900.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's still turbulent, huh?
Yeah, at 900 feet you have to level off.
Okay, I have to open a bit more the left.
Increase your speed. It's easier then.
Yeah.
Approximately 2 nautical miles
Ah,
to
yeah.
go for the turn to base.
Yes.
And keep a more easterly heading that you don't drift towards the runway.
Yes.
I would recommend even more easterly heading.
I mean now it's a mixture of
Altitude is fine, speed is good.
But it's true that it's pushing me quite a lot. I try to open more to the left, but it's pushing me.
Yeah, you can go more to the east.
Yeah, that's it.
Then the turn is easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm okay.
But I have a feeling that it's going to
Yes, and keep the altitude for the moment.
Yeah, but you know what? With reflection, it's much more turbulent here than it was before.
Copy it.
Solar Impulse 2 and Bertrand Piccard on their way into Moffett Airfield in Mountain View. We have been having trouble getting connected with our team in Mountain View, so we will not be able to connect you with Andre Borschberg, but we have plenty of lovely images, so you'll be seeing those. The descent so far is going smoothly, and we are about 10 to 15 minutes away from landing.
I have a very bad tripod.
Je pense que ça s'est vraiment bien passé, d'avoir expérimenté finalement la possibilité de voler ouais, presque sans interruption. Je pense qu'il doit être vraiment content. Et puis de l'autre côté, bien sûr, il est super concentré à son atterrissage. C'est de nuit. Hein, c'est quand même 3 jours dans le cockpit, donc on est quand même un petit peu fatigué. Donc, l'adrénaline pour être sûr qu'on ne se rate pas. Je suis sûr qu'il est aussi très content d'arriver. Le monde l'attend. Je pense que ça va être un grand moment. Donc c'est vraiment un mélange de tout ça qui se passe dans la tête. Et puis ça dépend des moments où on pense au passé, où on pense au présent. Et puis je suis vraiment content pour lui parce que c'est vraiment depuis longtemps. Je pense qu'il s'est beaucoup battu pour pouvoir faire ce...
So now you see images of both Solar Impulse 2 and the runway. As I was saying earlier, we have sets of green and red lights. The green lights are where Solar Impulse 2 will be touching down, and the red lights are where Bertrand Piccard will hit the brakes and the ground crew will catch the airplane. I also want to mention quickly that we have some very special guests. We've got two members of the Swiss Aviation Authority here at the Monaco Control Center, and in Mountain View, I spotted Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, which is one of our partners. So it's a real pleasure to have them here to witness this very special landing.
Slightly above.
I have no wind.
Slightly above.
Correct.
Above. Increase descent rate.
I would love to be in the alignment of the runway also, but it's a slow come. It's hell of a turbulence, huh?
Yeah, I can see that. Slightly above. Final approach, stock the outboard engines.
Yes, I'll do it at the last moment. Solar Impulse final, maybe there's no wind on the ground, but here I get a turbulence, my friend.
Yeah, you have to go through and keep descending, you're above.
But not so much, huh? Because I have to land at the first third.
70 feet
not at
above.
the threshold. How many?
70 feet above.
Okay, so docking outboard. Docking outboard.
Copy.
3 to left. The right runway. Well, the right runway. The left runway, but the right one.
Copy.
Okay, now it seems to be a little bit smoother.
Yeah, wind will calm down. Wind on runway 1 to 2 knots.
And we're 10 meters.
Have a safe landing.
Thank you, my friend. Great moment. 4 meter. 2 meter. 1 meter. Okay, the Pacific flight is completed.
Excellent. Et regarde-moi ça, et ça c'est la précision, hein? Look at this. This is unbelievable. We go backwards.
The touchdown was a little bit stronger, harder than I would have expected. I had a big sink rate, but I had a quick peak.
Yes, actually the approach was very good, so it was turbulent. You managed very good. Excellent landing. Congratulations to the flight.
Thank you.
We are all happy that you are safe on ground.
Well, that's it.
And,
Solar Impulse 2 is on the ground again after 62 hours. Bertrand Piccard managing a beautiful landing there, having to deal with a bit of turbulence. So a challenging end to a very challenging flight. The whole team here was clapping as soon as it was declared that the airplane was secure. I'm sure the ground crew is very relieved, and Bertrand and Andre are both very happy to be on the ground again in Mountain View at Moffett Airfield.
Inboard is copied.
Now this was the 9th leg of the Solar Impulse journey. Our next leg will be to cross the United States. Our next destination will be Phoenix. So I will be telling you more about that, but for the moment I think it's more appropriate just to enjoy the fact that we made it across the Pacific.
Where is Michelle? Where is Michelle?
I heard Bertrand there asking for his wife Michelle. I spoke to him earlier this morning, and he was saying that the first thing he wanted to do as soon as he stepped out of Solar Impulse 2 was to give a big thank you to the whole team here, and we are very pleased to have him back on the ground.
You are on board with me, that's for sure. Hello tout le monde. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Mais Jean a le droit de faire une photo, non?
I can.
Voilà. Coucou. Hey, Mr. Blatt.
Hello. Hello, Bertrand. This is Ralph. Congratulations on a wonderful flight job. Very well done.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you. And I tell you, the autopilot was perfect, and this is how I could sleep, eat, cook, go to the toilet, everything, huh? You had a great, great autopilot, MAS, SCS, everything perfect.
Well, Bertrand, it was the same for me. The system was working so well, I could also go to sleep and rest well.
Excellent.
And Bertrand, congratulations from me, from Yves, and from Leila as well.
Congratulations, Bertrand. Well done, really.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you, and congratulations also to all of you. You know what? I have to show you something.
But also you, great, and Bertrand was fighting now in 20 minutes.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. I'm sure, I'm very so that well. So say hello to everybody, and please transfer all my congratulations, appreciation, gratitude to what has been done. It's fantastic spirit, and please put on the board. I hope you are also with family these 2.5 days, because let's not forget.
Bravo Bertrand, il y a tous les tiens qui sont derrière et... Bravo Bertrand, il y a tous les trois, tes 3 filles, ton frère, ta sœur, toute la famille qui est là derrière et qui est très fière de toi. Et il y a aussi les salutations d'André.
To the hangar, or is going back? The plane is going directly to the hangar, or is going back here?
airport on the island of Hawaii to Moffett Airfield. And there's Andre Borschberg, looking actually quite emotional for Andre. Looks like he's thinking very seriously about this landing. A big step forward for the whole team now that we've crossed the Pacific. The ground crew will now start wheeling the airplane back towards the mobile hangar. There you can see Solar Impulse doesn't actually taxi, it is pulled, and those are members of the ground crew pulling her along the ground. Solar Impulse 2 going back to the hangar there at Moffett Airfield. It's going back to the mobile hangar, which is a special hangar for the airplane that we have been putting together all this morning. Michelle Picard there, the wife of Bertrand. Bertrand will remain in the cockpit with the door closed, but will be coming out when we reach the hangar, and I'm sure he will have some words to say at that point. Andre Borschberg, the co-founder of Solar Impulse, and the man who flew the other leg of the Pacific. Just a reminder, this is Solar Impulse 2, Bertrand Picard at the controls, the 9th leg of this round-the-world mission. Moffett Airfield, Mountain View, California, in the heart of Silicon Valley. It is on.
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
We've got some great pictures from Moffett Airfield there of Solar Impulse 2 and Bertrand Piccard. And here at the Monaco Control Center, I have Michi, who is our flight director on this flight. And yeah, Michi, tell me about the minutes before the landing and now the landing. Are you breathing a big sigh of relief?
Absolutely. Just for correction, we are 2 flight directors.
2 flight directors, that's right. Christophe is the other one.
Christophe the other one, and it's a big moment of relief. And see how Michel is smiling and pulling the airplane back to the hangar to get Bertrand out, I guess. Absolutely, Bertrand did a great job. Especially the last few hours were excellently flown in the Bay Area of San Francisco for the pictures, and now in the landing on the traffic pattern he had quite some turbulences to fight against, but he did great and really nice flight.
Because that's really challenging after, it was almost 60 hours of flight by the time he got into the Bay Area to actually do the Pacific and then get into the Bay Area, do all of the flying around the Golden Gate Bridge, which was fantastic, and then come down and deal with the turbulence, I guess.
Exactly. Imagine you're flying this 60 hours, then you have to do a very precise flying on the arrival for the photo shooting, and always respecting the airspace limitations and altitude restrictions. And it's not that easy in that airplane because it's very it's sensitive to turbulence, and it's huge, it's slow, it's sensitive to wind. So it's not easy to maneuver that in that small bay, and then the landing, just marvelous, yeah.
And Bertrand was saying earlier, the first thing he's going to do is say thank you to the team here. But you, as a member of the team, how are you feeling? Is it just a relief, happiness? You ready for a sleep?
No, I'm fine. The team for sure is relieved. The preparation work was ongoing since the last half year. I mean, for 1.5 years now, but again for the last 6 months, and we did a huge step up in all the preparations, in the details, and second, the airplane became better and better. I mean, the engineers are tweaking every smallest detail, so this flight was really smooth from a technical point of view. And from the team point of view, I mean, they learned a lot, they become better and better, and it's just great to work in the team.
And it feels, I suppose, it's good to be done with the Pacific now, isn't it? It's been lots of ups and downs from Nagoya last year to now the sort of the high of the San Francisco, 3 years to a day that Solar Impulse 1 and Solar Impulse 2 were flying over the same location.
Absolutely, and if I think about Pacific 1, it was this side, now it's done, and the second side is this side. And I just hear from everybody, thanks God, we made the Pacific completely. And I think everybody's happy. Now we look to day flights over the US more or less, maybe one longer flight or 2 longer flights, but the Atlantic will be something different. It's a much more difficult weather pattern, which we have to fight. But I'm sure with that great team we will manage.
So tell me, at this point, they will put, Bertrand will get out, then the airplane will go into the mobile hangar? And
exactly.
Then are we leaving tomorrow for Phoenix?
Well, the intention is to, you will see him in a few seconds to unlock the door. Then the intention is to do some minor inspection on the airplane. It will go into the mobile hangar's inflatable structure where it can actually be solar charged in the hangar. And then as soon as the weather window fits, we continue to Phoenix or Albuquerque or further.
Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to that. I'm sure we've been having lots of questions on Facebook about where we're going to next. I know the one fixed destination we do have is New York.
Yes, we have New York, but the main direction will be, I guess, east.
Yes, that's a good way to think about it. Well, it looks like Bertrand is he's almost ready to get out of the airplane. We've had some great VIPs, actually. We've had Prince Albert, who was here at the takeoff. Mm-hmm. And then we saw Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google. He's on the ground there. And then we have some members of the team they're from FOCA, from the Swiss aviation authorities, they're here as well. So that's it's nice to have all those different people.
Absolutely, because also the Swiss authorities spend a lot of time with us on this project, working on all the details for one on the technical side and on the other hand on the operation to improve ourselves here and there, and great inputs also from their side, which makes the team in the end better and better.
It looks like, I think Michel is quite eager to get Bertrand out of the plane.
Yeah, it looks like he will soon smash the door, yeah. No, but now look, Bertrand wants to.
And this is actually, if you were looking, I think it was on our Twitter feed, but Bertrand did a selfie with his hand out of this window. There's a great picture on his Twitter feed, so you have to look out for that.
Absolutely, that's a small door to drop stuff if needed, and to take pictures. Yeah, that's maybe the second purpose now.
Or purpose.
Yeah, he needs his parachute is he's quite tied up for landing in that cockpit, so it takes a bit of a while. And I guess he will not immediately on board because he was there in the cockpit for quite a while.
And here we have Raymond. Raymond Claire?
I want to see this. I want to see when they open the. I want to see Bertrand when they open the door. If I can, I don't know.
You definitely can. We're definitely not going to say no to the mission director.
Wow. You know, don't forget the team. The mission director is nothing without the team.
There's Michelle Picard, the wife of Bertrand Picard, just a reminder of that, and André Borschberg, the other co-founder and pilot of Solar Impulse. Raymond, how are you feeling right now?
Well, a little bit moved, comment est-ce qu'on dit?
Emotional?
Emotions, yes, yeah. You know, it's concentration for long hours and so, short sleep, concentration down to the landing, and then here we are. So you have two ideas. You think the past, and you already think, wow, in 4 hours we have to make a simulation towards Phoenix. Because, yeah, it's not finished, huh? So, well, mixed.
Well, I think maybe for the next half hour you can rest on your laurels. You can be
maybe, yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Michael, we are happy, huh?
We are happy, Raymond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic, you know, with the team we have here, really. And as I said before, it was also a little bit special because we had the Federal Aviation Authorities of Switzerland here, and they already told me that they are very happy with what they saw. So for us, it's also a good result, I think.
An affirmation of how we manage things.
Yeah, I mean, we don't change the work when we are under observation, but at least they are happy, so I'm happy.
Yeah, now they go sidewards with the airplane. I guess they go towards the mobile hangar now.
Another little interesting fact about Solar Impulse, it can go forward, backwards, and sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps to maneuver this big thing in all directions, especially when there's wind on ground. Most of the time we want to aim with the nose into the wind to have not that strong forces on the structure, on the people, steering it.
You know, for the aircraft now, it's the most dangerous part because you see this is the boom with pitot tube and
nose boom.
Yeah.
So that's
why we have now a red light here, which is of course not here.
And maybe tell our viewers what this is detecting.
Oh, the speed and side sleep and angle of attack.
So very important for the pilot.
Yeah. Without it would be difficult to fly.
Though actually, maybe our viewers might be interested in another little sort of random flying factoid, which is there's actually a little bit of sheep, a wool tuft.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they have this also in the gliders. It's to see the side sleep also. Yeah.
Sort of fun. Sometimes it's such a technical and beautiful airplane with so many new pieces of innovation. You sometimes forget.
But the wool tuft is not new.
No, well, that's what I was. Yeah, it's kind of nice to know that it has something old-fashioned on it.
Yes, exactly.
Every glider pilot knows flying with the wool tuft is best. Yeah, you will not get a more precise instrument.
Well, your body, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it looks like they're getting the ladder in place. Getting ready to get out.
Tears? No. Concentration. Aha.
Yeah, now Nico is opening the door.
So, what are you guys feeling now when you're seeing this door opening?
I'm happy that I can see Nico live on TV. And it will be great for Bertrand to say hello to everybody. I'm also so happy for him. You have to think he prepared. He worked in this project. He's the founder of the project. He worked for that so long, and actually this was his first flight, which really went through 2 nights, and he saw 2 sunrises, and that's really a first for him, and certainly a very emotional moment.
Hard work from Bertrand to reach this level of this skill. Huh? Fantastic. Yeah.
And I think actually maybe people don't necessarily realize that Bertrand is he's a very accomplished pilot, but he's a very accomplished hang glider, balloonist, but he actually took up flying airplanes quite late. Yeah. And so to be able to fly an airplane like this is...
Great job.
And it's 2 things. It's flying the airplane, but the other side is also be mentally very, very strong to have only 20 minutes of sleep, and then somebody tells you to wake up because you have to correct something, and then you're not allowed to fly, you have to eat and whatever. So you have to be also be able to work in the team, and he's really good in that.
You know, when he went over the Golden Gate, he had here he had Pacific.
Yep.
And then he took Pacific out and he took the MCC badge.
Ah, there we go.
Yes.
That's
because he was here 2 months last year, and he said it will be a member of the MCC which will land in Moffett.
Oh.
So we are very happy about it. So they open the door now. Be careful, Bertrand. The most dangerous part of the adventure. Yes.
I don't know. It's a good thing to say. And I think
Thank you for your welcome! It's great to be in Silicon Valley, the land of pioneers!
DJ, closer. More. No. Just under, up. Yeah, more. Okay, let's go for it.
Thank you. Thank you. The land of pioneers of aviation.
Exactly.
And here is a solar powered airplane that comes from Abu Dhabi through India, China, Japan, Hawaii.
So when you were coming, when you spoke to you in Hawaii, when you were approaching America, what was going through your head as you saw the American coastline and you were getting closer to America?
In the beginning, I thought I would scream with pleasure to say, land, I'm arriving over land. And I thought, it's the end of the flight. And I wanted to continue, you know. And I know Andre wants to land in New York, so I would have landed before New York, but I was not so happy.
I was surprised that you didn't. Yeah, because I know you.
But you know what is extra? It's another world. It's a world of performance, awareness, respect, technology, innovation, and that's the world I love. To be above the ocean for 3 days, you see the waves, you see the sun, you see the clouds, you see the full moon with me, and it's the world I love. It's not a world with war, with problems, with things like that. So with a solar airplane, you can stay up there as long as you want.
What is the message you want for Americans to take away from seeing Solar Impulse, what you and Andre are doing here? What's the message that you would like America to know about?
You know, America is the world of pioneers. Americans invented aviation. They invented almost everything, even going to the moon. So now, I think innovation and pioneering must continue, but it must continue for better quality of life, clean technologies, renewable energy. This is where the pioneers can really express themselves and be successful. So I hope it will be a big success for clean technologies in America. It's the beginning of a clean tech revolution. You know, the world needs this market. This needs this product for cleaner air, for energy efficiency, for protection of natural resources. So the one who will understand it will have the market, and I hope a lot of people will understand it. And Americans are very well placed because we're the pioneers.
What was the biggest challenge for you for Tron? You've flown other legs. What was the challenge this time going over the Pacific and flying this leg?
The 16 years before. The 16 years before. Finding people who believe in that vision, like Andre, like the rest of the team, like the partners, training as a pilot to be able to do that, that's hard work, having all the things ready, and all the parts and everything, and then when you take off, well, you put full engine and you're in the air. And then the pleasure starts, but the 16 years before were not easy every day.
And this is truly a team effort, correct? This is a people who are...
You know what I found in the plane? They wrote me an email in the plane and said, go in box number 13, and see what there is. And there's a book where all the members of the team had written a page for me.
Can you show us? Can you just show us a little bit?
They have all written something. And I tell you, they were flying with me, and it's really a teamwork.
So you weren't alone up there?
No.
You weren't?
No, you are not alone in something like this. And even with yourself, you're not alone. You know, there was a moment in the night, I was watching the reflection of the moon on the ocean, and I was thinking, I'm completely alone in this tiny cockpit, and I feel completely confident. And I was really thankful to life for bringing me this experience. It's maybe this is one of the most fantastic experience of life I had, because when I flew around the world non-stop in a balloon, we were two. So of course it was 20 days in the air, but we were two. When you are alone, and what André did when André flew from Nagoya to Hawaii, 5 days, 5 nights, unbelievable. And I really was looking forward to see how is it when you are alone. And those are moments where you find the confidence inside of you, where you find the trust in the situation, where you find the performance, where you concentrate. This is how people should always be, you know, with a taste for the unknown, for desire to explore. Life would be wonderful on this planet if there were more engineers, more explorers, because this would bring social peace, would bring compassion, would bring understanding.
And last question, Bertrand. Looking ahead, what will you be discussing yourself with the team, with Andre and so forth? Looking ahead as you go across America.
It will be different. You know, there are things you can never really explain completely. When I saw Andre landing, I saw in his eyes that there had been incredible moments. But the only way I can understand is to do it myself. So now I understand. So now I will try to share it with the team. But first I want to thank them. But the adventure continues. There are other flights. Andre is going to make the flight to New York and fly over the Statue of Liberty. And then I'm going to fly probably until I'm fed up of flying, because it's the Atlantic. It's going to be long. Then Andre is going to fly probably to Egypt, and then we finish in Abu Dhabi. No, the story is not finished now.
Does it ever become boring for you, routine for you when you're doing this? Is it always brand new for you? Is it always exciting? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Maybe it will be boring in 20 years when all the airplanes will be electric and people will say, oh, it's routine. But now, today, an airplane that is electric, with electric engines, and that produces its own energy with the sun, it can never be boring. It's a miracle of technology. And I bet that in 10 years, electric airplanes transporting 50 people for short haul or medium haul. E-solar, because it would be too much probably. But airplanes plug on the grid, and you feed your grid with solar, with wind, with renewable energies. This will happen.
Very much like the Wright brothers. When they first flew their first plane, people probably didn't imagine that we'd be flying all around the world. And after now, you're sort of doing
like always. When you try something a little bit crazy, you have big experts who come and prove that it's impossible. But there is a Chinese saying who says, the people who pretend it's impossible should not disturb the people who are doing it.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for watching Solar Impulse TV. That's it from us. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the adventure. There's lots to come. Once again, just a reminder, Bertrand Piccard, Solar Impulse 2, landing at Moffett Airfield after having completed this exceptionally well done flight from Hawaii Kalaeloa Airport. And there they are. I'm going to leave you with a best of reel from the flight. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.
So it can seem to be the future, it's science fiction, but not, it's the reality. It's today what clean technologies can achieve impossible things like flying day and night with no fuel on a solar airplane.
J'en ai où Bertrand?
André Bertrand.
Ça y est, pas fini là.
Là où
Bertrand, André.
Bertrand ici.
Bravo.
Il est bien. Bertrand à côté d'André. L'équipe bien. Ligne derrière.
Ah bah oui, c'était bon là.
Recule un peu tous dans la passe. Allez, on se regarde derrière, on regarde derrière. Serrer les autres, voilà, comme ça, c'est bien. Ok, super. Bertrand, André, sur la passerelle.
Reste devant, reste devant.
Live boot. Live niet goed. Oké, alright, oké. Maak je wel Sacramento?
Jongen, éclair.